All right, what's up, everybody? We are back here again for bowl season, backyard bookies. Joining me, as always, is my co-host Scott. It's bowl season. We took last week off, but are you ready to pick 30 of these meaningless bowl games?
Yeah, on top of picking 30 meaningless bowl games, it's picking 70 teams that have 1,000 different transfers leaving, injuries, and who knows who's even going to be playing. So really, this is a big crapshoot. So for the most part, obviously these games are like you said, completely meaningless. Does not matter in the long run. Um, the CFP games are really the only things that matter, but it's still fun to go to them, still fun to see them, still fun to watch them. Still football. So what are you gonna do? So yeah, let's give it our best shot, I guess. I don't know a lot of these. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these teams play. I'm sure you haven't either, but um, why not? Why not
Yeah,
make it a little fun? So we'll see.
yeah, it's something we've been doing for a couple years now. Just like, screw it, let's pick every bowl game. There's a million transfers. Who the hell knows who's playing? Like the lines move like crazy, but I think we're getting it a little close. Things are a little bit closer than usual. We will be picking the CFP games for real. That'll probably be coming out Friday. This will be out Thursday. So if you want to make sure you watch those ones, those we actually did our homework on and know exactly what we're going to get. But let's just hop on into it. First game up Thursday night, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Georgia Southern versus Sam Houston. Who you got?
Yeah, this one I kind of just saw. Sam Houston has like 100,000 transfers. They have like 20 people not playing. They're the dogs. I'm taking Georgia Southern minus 4.5. I think it's gone down a little bit, but Georgia Southern minus 4.5 in that one.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. Georgia Southern, Sam Houston. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I was surprised you didn't go with your Bearcats there. All
I
right,
did at
next.
first, but then I saw the list of transfers. I'm like, oh, okay. Nobody wants to play there this for this game. So yeah, we'll take the other side.
Not surprising. All right, how about the Staff DNA Cure Bowl from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida? The Ohio Bobcats versus the Jacksonville State Gamecocks.
Uh, I've liked Jacksonville State all year, but I don't know if Rich Rod's going to be coaching this game because he's going to West Virginia. But I still like them plus the points. It's a bowl game, so I'd rather take the points and take them away in games I'd have no clue about. So Jacksonville State plus 4.5.
Uh, I'm going with the Bobcats minus 4.5. Ohio, probably the stunner winner in the MAC. I mean, shout out to Timothy Chalamet, only one who believed in the Bobcats. So I'm going to rock with the Bobcats in this one. All right, how about the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, baby, for Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida? Actually, a good game here. Tulane versus the Florida Gators.
Yeah, for this one, I'm taking Tulane plus 12. It just seems like too many points. Liveway's going to be playing, so it could be a runaway, but for me, just too many points. To be honest, I don't really have much more than that. Yeah, like you said, decent game though. This early in the bowl season.
Yeah, I'm with Tulane as well. The 12 plus 12, just too much. As good as Florida finished the season, I just don't know what the motivation's quite going to be. And Tulane was solid all year. They kind of you screwed the pooch in that American Championship game against Army. They were pretty comfortable favorites and got blown out. So they're usually a good bowl team as well coming in there. All right, how about Monday, December 23rd, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus UTSA.
Uh, on my little list here, about 100,000 players are not playing in this game. Looks like 20-ish for Coastal Carolina, and it looks like about 15 for UTSA. So, pretty. Yeah, these squads are pretty much down to their backups and freshmen. So really a toss up here. I'm just gonna take Coastal Carolina plus 10, just because taking points in a game, you have no idea what's gonna happen. So.
All right, I'm going to stick to loyalty. I'm going to take UTSA minus 10 because why not? Screw Coastal Carolina, UTSA, a better coach team probably as well. They fired my guy Boo Powell, so uh, he's not there anymore with his big fat shirts and titties hanging out. All right, another one, famous Idaho Potato Bowl. All right, on the blue turf in Boise, Northern Illinois versus Fresno State.
Yeah, I have Northern Illinois -3. Weather doesn't look like it's gonna be that big of a factor. I think it says 43. So, if it's below 30, it's that might play into it with the Fresno, California kids playing out there. But yeah, I'm taking Northern Illinois -3. Really, no particular reason. I've seen Fresno play pretty well this year, but yeah, it's pretty much same down the middle with transfers. They've got about 10 each, so um, pretty much even playing field. I feel like so. We'll take Northern Illinois -3.
All right, I got NIU -3 as well. Kind of surprised it's gonna be that's balmy 40 degrees. I would figure it'd be like in the 20s in Boise over there. Fresno State's a little, gets a little chilly there, but all right, Christmas Eve, probably the best bowl game if you're a shitty school to go to. We got the Hawaii Bowl. We got USF and San Jose State.
Yeah, it's a fun trip for USF going across the world to Hawaii. That's been good for them. They're probably going to get there nice and early and have a nice little vacation before the game. They might even already be there. That'd be kind of cool if I was a student there. But yeah, I'm taking San Jose State. What is it, -3.5? They had the best wide receiver in the country. Unfortunately, I don't think it's Travis Hunter, but um, we're gonna take them -3.5. They're a little closer on the travel side, so not too bad. But yeah, it's Hawaii, so they're gonna be chilling.
Yeah, I'm with San Jose State as well. As good as their wide receiver is, not the best. Definitely not Travis Hunter, but I get the sentiment in general. South Florida, I mean, it's not even really much of a weather upgrade. I can't imagine. Like, it's probably decent in South Florida right now, so it's not even a huge thing. And that's got to be a hell of a direct flight. They're probably not even flying direct. Probably a stopover,
No, they're
maybe
not.
in
There's no way.
they're flying over. Maybe they stop over in San Jose. They'll just ride together on the plane before the game. Maybe they'll just play it out on one of those 737s. All right, Christmas day after Christmas. No games on Christmas. How about this one? The game above Sports Bowl. We got Pittsburgh in Toledo from Ford Field in Detroit.
That sounds like the worst bowl to be in all of them. Not only it's called the Game Above Sports Bowl, it's in Detroit. So I guess good luck to both of those schools. It looks like there's not too many transfers either way. I am taking Toledo +7. That's
Ooh.
really about all I got.
I'm going with Pitt -7 here. I think Pitt's just like a better team. They were like way overrated to start the season, then, got knocked down to earth. But I think they finished, relatively solid for a Pitt team. But anyway, how about the Rate Bowl in Phoenix? Probably a decent bowl game to go to. Terrible name,
The
but
what bowl?
the Rate Bowl, Rate, R-A-T, Rate, not rape, Rate Bowl. Rate Bowl
Easy enough.
in Phoenix. So, that's a nice vacation spot this time of the year. Rutgers and Kansas State, another decent game.
Yeah, we watched Rutgers. Their running back's pretty solid. Kansas State's been a pretty good Big 12 team this year. I'm taking them -7. I'll be in Phoenix for that game, so I'm thinking maybe go to it. We'll see, but
Oh,
um,
I like it.
I don't know. I probably won't go to it, but
It's
yeah,
not that
Kansas
good
State
of a game.
-7.
Let's chill,
No,
chill, chill, chill,
no.
chill. I'm gonna go with Rutgers here, getting points. I think these are just gonna be kind of evenly matched teams, and Rutgers finished the season really well. They were good down the stretch there. All right, how about the 68 Ventures Bowl from Mobile, Alabama? Why can't they be 69 Ventures, bro? What's going on? Arkansas State versus Bowling Green.
Taking Bowling Green. I saw them earlier in the year. We both did against A&M. They're a pretty solid team. They were 7-5, but I guess they played A&M really early, and they
And
kind
they
of
lost to Penn
went
State too.
downhill.
Lost to Penn State
Yeah,
close
that's true.
too.
They
So
took two pretty good teams to the wire there. I'm just gonna take them -7. Don't know anything about Arkansas State, but both playing pretty close to home. So Bowling Green.
well, it's a bowl game. I'm going to take the team with bowl in the name. Bowling Green -7. Like you said, we saw this team play a couple of good teams well. Probably should have won the MAC. Kind of weird that they didn't. But yeah, Arkansas State, probably not going to be much of a problem for them. All right, here's a great one. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Everybody get your missiles ready. Oklahoma versus Navy. Kind of a weird, fun matchup.
Yeah, except Oklahoma is not playing hardly anybody. I think their list is up to like 25, and I think it's still counting. I think they have like one guy transferring into to Oklahoma, and about 20, like I said, 25 leaving. So let's see if they even have a football team next year. I'm taking Navy +4.5. They just came off a big win against their arch rivals in the biggest game of the year. So Armed Forces Bowl, got to go to Navy.
I'm going with Navy getting the points to Oklahoma losing like all their Did they even have a quarterback, Oklahoma? It's amazing how Lincoln Riley has simultaneously tanked two blue chip programs in like a 5 year span. Pretty impressive, Lincoln Riley. Yeah, and Navy, they looked good against Army. I was honestly, if we had picked that game, I think we probably both would have had Army with the 6, and they kind of dominated from start to finish. So yeah, let's go with Navy. In Fort Worth, wow, I couldn't have told you that one to save my life. All right, the Birmingham Bowl, no shocker, in Birmingham, Alabama. This is a fun quarterback game. Georgia Tech versus Vanderbilt. We got some spicy running quarterbacks in this one.
Yeah, we got tough guy Haynes King and tough guy Pavia in this game. That's going to be fun. I think both are looks like both are playing. So at least what I'm seeing. But I'm taking Vandy plus the 2.5 in this one. But yeah, Haynes King could be have a tough game and win this one. So we're going Vandy.
I'm going to take Georgia Tech minus 2.5 under the field goal. And I think Georgia Tech's like, I don't know. They've been really good. The games they lost this season, Haynes King wasn't at quarterback. When King's been at quarterback, they've been a pretty good football team. Maybe could have had a shot at that ACC, I think, if he didn't get hurt. All right, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, the game I'm glad our team is not playing in. Texas Tech versus Arkansas.
Yeah, Texas Tech's biggest 5 star they've ever had is coming to our school, so that's fun. Except we're giving him like everything in the world.
I don't know how true that whole list is, but I'm sure at least the $700,000 is true.
Yeah, the rest of it's pretty wild too. What we can, someone else can read that later, but that list of what they're giving Micah Hudson's wild. But yeah, in that case, Micah Hudson's leaving. He wasn't really even much of a factor for them this year anyway. But I'm taking Texas Tech plus the 2 in the
Ooh.
Liberty Bowl.
All right, I'm going with Arkansas. I just think, you know what? SEC better than shitty Big 12 school. All right, the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Love the Holiday Bowl. Been to the Holiday Bowl. I didn't even know DirecTV still existed. We got Syracuse versus Washington State.
Yeah, this line swung a lot. I think it swung like 6 or 7 points for some reason. I think Syracuse is only like 6 point favorites for a little while, and it's gone almost a full touchdown. Um, must be something with Washington State. They have a quarterback out. Is I don't know who their starter is for Washington State, but he might not be playing. They have a whole laundry list of people that aren't playing, um, and it looks like Kyle McCord is going to play. That's kind of um,
It's a
a
big
big
fact.
plus for them. He's a NFL draft prospect, probably top, probably a 5th round pick, but maybe a little higher. But I'm taking Syracuse minus 13.5.
Yeah, 13 and a half. I got the Cuse as well. It's even bumped up to 14. So even while we're recording, I just looked. I was like, just checking on that. So yeah, 13 and a half for us with the Syracuse. They're good. They're a good team regardless. Washington State, who the hell did they play this year? Like they lost the Pac-12. Like they're not even a real football team, I don't think anymore. Next one for us. This one, big game, great game. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Our Texas A&M Aggies taking on the USC Trojans. Probably the first okay, big name brand matchup going on in the bowl season.
Yeah, we'll be at this game. With yeah, no Miller Moss playing for USC, but I mean we have to go with A&M, right? I mean
Yeah.
we have no choice but to do that.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a meaningless game, but both teams are probably pretty pumped up to go to Vegas. I don't know where they're going to be staying, but either way, they're probably going to be having a good time there. Yeah, we're taking A&M minus 3.5.
All right, love to see it. Same. Yeah, and I like it. Late kickoff should be a fun one. All right, how about the Wasabi Fenway Bowl and UConn versus North Carolina? Just what a bizarre matchup and location for this one.
Yeah, I had UConn at first. I think the line swung a little bit. Um, I'm taking UNC minus 2.5. Maybe they got some Bill Belichick magic they're going to be working with, but yeah, weird matchup. UConn not going very far. Really, no, neither is North Carolina. I don't really know about this game too much. I haven't seen either team play that much, especially UConn. But I'm taking UNC minus 2.5.
I'm gonna take UConn getting the 2.5. I don't know what's left at North Carolina. Like, yeah, they're jazzed up about Bill. He's probably not even gonna be anywhere in the vicinity. I mean, maybe if they roll him out there at halftime, they get a boost. But why would you want to go to this one? But good basketball game. Maybe they should just play a hoops game, and we could decide it that way instead. All right, here's a great one: the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl from Yankee Stadium, Boston College versus Nebraska.
I am taking Boston College plus 2.5 in this one. Nebraska's got about a 20-player list not playing. Next to Boston College is four. I don't know if those 20 are better than the four, but um, who knows? We're gonna take Boston College plus 2.5.
I am going with Boston College as well. Two kind of relatively even teams, plus, like you said, the massive opt outs for Nebraska. Okay, the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl, Louisiana, formerly UL Lafayette, versus the Horned Frogs of TCU.
Playing in Albuquerque, that's a tough draw for TCU. Wouldn't want to, wouldn't want to play there, but they probably don't want to be there. Louisiana Lafayette might want to be there more. Who knows? But I'm taking Lafayette. What are you, plus
13.
13.
Yeah, I'm going the same way as well. Lafayette plus 13, just way too big of a number. I can't imagine we're seeing anything like that. Kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
no opt out for Louisiana Lafayette. Three for TCU. So
So,
pretty much chalk down the
but
middle
like you
with
said,
everybody.
what's the motivation for TCU to be hanging out in Albuquerque in late December? All right, this is probably the best bowl game now, the most prestigious bowl game to go to that is not a CFP bowl game. We have the Pop Tarts Bowl with the best trophy and the best mascot. Unfortunately, the game not that great. Iowa State versus Miami.
Yeah, I got Miami minus 3.5. Doesn't say Cam Ward's not playing, so I assume he is. I know Iowa State has a good quarterback too. They have Rocco. Um, yeah, two pretty tough teams. Miami might have got snubbed a little bit for the college football playoff, probably not, but they were the second team out. But yeah, maybe they try to prove that they belong in the playoff. So we'll go Miami minus 3.5.
I'm gonna take Iowa State in this one plus the 3.5. I just think Miami's defense is terrible, and who knows? Cam Ward maybe wants to throw up some numbers there, but he could easily get talked out of not even playing in this game if someone says, "Hey, if you don't play, you're gonna be the first pick in the draft." I don't know, so we'll see. I just don't like anything about that Miami school. Another good one, great sponsorship, man. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, Miami of Ohio versus Colorado State.
Yeah, it doesn't even say Snoop Dogg on here. I wish it did on the Action app. Yeah, the previously Barstool Arizona Bowl. Now it's a Snoop Dogg Bowl. They just like going with anything and everything. We're going with Colorado State plus 2.5 in this one. No particular reason. I don't really have much to say about either team. Let's see what else I can pull something up here, but really, there's hardly even any betting on it right now. So um, yeah, I'm just going with the points here. I like taking the points in bowl season, so 2.5 Colorado
Uh,
State.
Under a field goal, I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Miami of Ohio. Like you said, who the hell knows why? And God, what just a bizarre. I mean, Miami of Ohio, Colorado State in Tucson, Arizona. Maybe that's the beauty of shitty bowl season. Speaking of bowling,
On the
how about
CW as well.
oh, that'll
Yeah,
make it a
couldn't
great game,
couldn't even make it onto a a
a real
normal
network.
channel. It's on the CW.
It's like
Anyway, go ahead.
a ACC game always being played on the CW. That's why we missed a lot of Clemson this year. Speaking of bowling, how about you go bowling, the Go Bowling Military Bowl, East Carolina and NC State?
Uh, I probably should take NC State, but I'm taking East Carolina plus 5.5. NC State's not a bad team. They've come alive at the end of the season a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Playing in Annapolis, that's kind of cool for each team, but um, I don't really know. I can't even really. What's the weather going to be like? I don't even know what the
It's
weather's going to be
probably
like. It's
shitty
too
and
far out.
cold. Yeah.
Can't even predict that yet. Could be shitty in 10 days, and we have no idea. So taking the points, 5.5 for East Carolina.
Give me NC State. They're the better team. I think they just kind of win this game, even with whatever talent is playing there. East Carolina, not very good. How about a Big 12 matchup that is not a Big 12 matchup due to reasons? We have the Valero Alamo Bowl, BYU versus Colorado.
Yeah, not too many transfers or opt outs in this one. A few for BYU, and it looks like Shador and Travis Hunter are going to be playing. Kind of their last hurrah in San Antonio, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going Colorado -3 in this one. I think they're going to go out firing. They don't really care if it's a meaningless game. Yeah, Shador and Travis are going to do their thing and head on to the NFL.
Same. I think those two are going to try and hang as many points as they possibly can in this game as a showcase to try and get them drafted as high as possible. And BYU's probably just happy, that they weren't the 13th or 14th team in the Big 12 this year. All right, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. It was supposed to be Marshall versus Army. Marshall had to drop out because their entire team quit. So now it's 5-7 La Tech versus Army in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, it's not much better for Louisiana Tech. They have looks like about 20 transfers as well. I'm not even sure how you transfer out of Army. I don't know if you can do that. There are a few people in the portal for Army, but I'm
Isn't
not
there
sure
running
that's even
back? Their
allowed.
running backs in the portal.
Yeah, yeah, two running backs from the portal, then four injuries. But yeah, I mean, it's tough for Marshall losing all their players. And Louisiana Tech 5-7. That's really tough. Playing a pretty good Army team. I have to take Army -17.
Yep, it's a huge number in bowl season. We don't care. Salute the troops. Army needs to win something after losing that game to Navy. Yeah, even they were even in this game, even if they had won that game against Navy, which is kind of weird for a team that had one loss on the season. You figured somebody would invite them to some sort of good bowl. All right, how about the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl? We got Iowa versus Missouri, a couple of actual football teams.
Yeah, this one's more of a toss up for me. I think it's kind of right down the middle. So I'm going to take the points for this one. Um, Iowa not as good as they were last year, obviously 8-4, but actually putting up offensive numbers a little bit this year, which is kind of wild for a Iowa team. Um, yeah, and I don't really like what I've seen with Missouri. They've been so up and down. They probably don't have too much motivation either to be playing in this. Probably neither does Iowa, but we're going to take Iowa +3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mizzou plus or Mizzou -3. I just think better quarterback play potentially. I don't know. Like you said, they both teams kind of all over the place this year. Iowa's better on offense, not quite as good on defense. Missouri was a top 5 team to start the season, and they kind of just fell apart down the stretch. All right, New Year's Eve, we're getting into like some real good bowl games. The Real Quest Bowl, we got Alabama versus Michigan, a repeat of last year's Rose Bowl, playing in Tampa this year instead.
No Donovan Edwards for Michigan. That's kind of big. He's opting out for the draft. I think Alabama's got a bunch of transfer guys too, but not anyone super notable. So I'm taking Bama -10.5. They're playing where again? Rely Quest.
Tampa.
Let's see.
Tampa.
In Tampa. So decent, good weather there. Obviously it's pretty far out for that, but yeah, we're taking Bama -10.5.
Yeah, I got Bama as well. Milrow's probably going to play. Milrow trying to get that draft spot. Now, there's a little rumblings. Ryan Williams might be hitting the portal, which could be something for Bama. But if they both play, this shouldn't be much of a test. Michigan wasn't that good this year. They don't have a quarterback. So even with Bama's bad defense, they're not going to be able to do anything. Next one, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. We got Louisville and Washington.
Yeah, I have Louisville written down -2.5. They don't have Tyler Shuck playing, which is important. That's their decent quarterback. He's opting out for the draft. Don't know if he'll even get drafted, but good for him. Um, yeah, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to go Louisville -2.5. I didn't realize he wasn't playing, but we're sticking with him.
Yeah,
Once we change it, we know it's not gonna happen. So we're sticking with it. Louisville -2.5.
I like the approach there. Give me Washington +2.5 at this one. Just saw, big swing there. Washington, they're a feisty little bunch this year. They did lose. They are losing their defensive coordinator though, so that could be an issue potentially for them. How about the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl? We got South Carolina and Illinois, two like kind of interesting teams.
Didn't there used to be a Cheez It Bowl and a Citrus Bowl? Now it's a Cheez
Yeah,
It Citrus
now
Bowl?
they've combined into one bowl, I guess.
Unbelievable. Yeah, obviously South Carolina might have even got snubbed a little bit for a college football playoff spot. Maybe in their 15th, but really good end of the year for them. Illinois is a sneaky good team. I just kind of like the number here. I think South Carolina will probably win, but I like the number plus 9.5. So I'm taking Illinois.
Yeah, I like that number as well, but I think South Carolina just wants to maybe make a statement that hey, you should have put us in, not this, shitty whatever teams they let in that played no schedule in the Big Ten. So give me South Carolina minus 9.5, and they got a lot of momentum heading into next year. All right, how about the Kinder's Texas Bowl? We got Baylor and LSU in Houston.
I'm gonna go with LSU in this one. I think the why's the quarterback's name for LSU?
Nussmeyer, the
Going
Nuss
away from me right
Bus.
now. Yeah, Nussmeyer. Sorry, Nussbus. I was trying to think of. Yeah, he's playing in this game. He's sticking around at LSU, not going into the NFL or not transferring either. I don't know if he has something to prove, but he's just he's going to be playing in this game, which is important for LSU. He's kind of their guy. If he didn't play, it'd probably be an extra 4 or 5 points the other way. So yeah, Nussmeyer's playing. We'll go LSU minus 1.5.
I'm going to take Baylor plus 1.5 just because I think it'd be hilarious to watch Brian Kelly on the sideline losing the Texas Bowl. That won't cause any issues down in Baton Rouge. I'm sure they would react completely normal to all that. So give me Baylor plus 1.5. Plus, I don't know how anybody wants to play for Brian Kelly. All right, how about the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl? We got Duke versus Ole Miss.
Yeah, Malik Murphy transferring for Duke, their quarterback. But I'm taking Duke plus 14.5. I just like the number. Ole Miss could very easily, potentially just blow them out if they really want to. But like we said, these games don't matter. So who knows if they really even come out and play. So I'll take the 2 touchdowns in the hook for Duke.
I'm gonna lay the 2 touchdowns and the hook with Ole Miss. I just think because Lane Kiffin's a piece of shit, he's just gonna. We should be in the playoff. We're gonna win 55-7 against a Duke team. That's Lane Kiffin's mo. Now maybe the only thing I'm worried about is the transfer portal. He could be busy texting kids, trying to get them to come to his school and not really even coaching this game at all. But I think it is just like peak Lane Kiffin. Look how great we are against a terrible team in a meaningless game. We can't win when they matter. Typical Ole Miss, typical Lane Kiffin. All right, we're hitting the home stretch here. The Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. We got North Texas versus Texas State in Dallas. Oh boy.
Yeah, I saw yesterday. I believe I was looking on Instagram. Chandler Morris is on his like fifth team now. He's transferring out of UNT. I think he went from I don't even know where he started, but he's I think he's on his fourth or fifth team. He's going to Virginia now. He was at TCU. He was at North Texas. He's moving on. He's kind of their big quarterback name, but I'm going to take them plus 10. Just like the number. That's pretty much it. These big numbers are um, just make it. I don't know. I feel more comfortable taking the big number in bowl games when both teams don't really care. So,
Yep.
yeah, North Texas is plus 10.
Yep, I'm going to take North Texas as well. Maybe if this was Texas State's first bowl game, I'd be leaning a little bit more, but they got that experience last year. So give me North Texas. Home game for them, I guess, technically. But, it's whatever in the state at this point. All right, here's a fun one. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. Winning head coach will be dunked in a vat of Duke's Mayo. We got Minnesota and Virginia Tech.
And I heard Duke's Mayo is phenomenal. I've never had Duke's Mayo, but I heard it's spectacular. I need to get on that. We're taking Minnesota minus 6.5 in this one. No particular reason. I think Virginia Tech has they've had a pretty strong to the end of the year. I've been pretty strong, but yeah, we'll just take PJ. I like to see I like to see a guy in a sweater get dunked with Mayo. So we'll go
Yeah.
PJ Flex, Minnesota minus 6.5.
Yeah, I didn't really even think about that in this matchup. The sweater and the mayo, not a great combination. I don't know how you're going to get that out. It's going to be ruined forever. But I'm going to take Vautech plus 6.5 due to online dynasty allegiances here. And our final one, wrapping it up, the Bahamas Bowl presented by Atlantis Resorts. We have Buffalo and Liberty.
Liberty, I guess.
Yeah,
Plus one and
Liberty.
a half. We'll just take Liberty. Give me the points. I know it's not that many, but we'll take the dog. I don't know. Buffalo doesn't have anyone really leaving. At least so far. I mean, it's really early, so then Liberty's got six so far. That's all I can really say about this game. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm going with Liberty as well. I mean, they were supposed to be good. They probably were supposed to be undefeated this year with how bad that schedule is. So give me Liberty. That's going to do it for us in all these terrible bowl games. I'm not going to make us recap every single one of these. If you guys are really that interested, find the bowl game, figure it out. We'll figure out, probably count all these towards our month of December totals and the season totals. And then, yeah, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports content for you guys. Yeah, and if you want to see our serious picks and bets for the college football playoff, I'll throw that link for that video down below. Probably not even out on Thursday, but if you're watching this after Thursday, it'll be out there. So be sure to check that one out. Again, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see y'all tomorrow.